This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Now at 5, federal unemployment benefits come to an end for millions. And while many are worried, employers hope it'll help with hiring. Plus,
I think it's a little nebulous, say 6 feet away, but how can you stay 6 feet away sometimes?
yeah, the question, when do you mask up outdoors? We check in on how Oregonians are following the state's mask mandate. Then empowering girls to become problem solvers and leaders. The story of a local nonprofit getting girls fired up about science, engineering, and math. That's really cool. Good morning,
yes.
and thank you for waking up with us on this Labor Day. I'm Maggie Vespa, so proud to stand next to Rod Hill. Yeah.
I think I predicted this years ago that women are going to take over the world. And there we have another story.
Well said. Yeah.
Okay, air quality alert. So this is not great news. Here's the way the map shapes up on a Monday morning, Labor Day 2021. The air quality alert, everything shaded in gray, includes Marion County down into Lynn County. Now, so far, your air quality reports are good this morning, but air quality is about as bad as it can be over in parts of Central Oregon, including Bend and Sun River. Very unhealthy, and we'll talk more about that coming up. We have clouds over the city. You start your day. It's a nice, quiet morning, though. 63 is your early temperature. We do expect to go on to have partly to mostly sunny skies and to be warm. 74 in Portland at noon. High temperature today gets up to around 85. Yesterday was 86, so pretty much the same. Maggie?
All right, Rod, appreciate it. Thank you. As we said, Labor Day marks the end of federal unemployment benefits for millions of Americans. You might remember back in March of 2020, the government expanded the safety net for the jobless by passing the CARES Act. Well, fast forward to today, 9 million people are set to lose out on their benefits. Another 3 million or so will see their weekly benefits reduced. And here in Oregon, thousands will be impacted, but employers are hopeful that this move could help put an end to the ongoing labor shortage. Here's Christelle Kumwe.
During the pandemic, more than 600,000 Oregonians relied on $10.8 billion worth of benefits from the Oregon Employment Department. About 120,000 got benefits just last week. But there's worry as federal help runs out. Here's Acting Director David Gertensfeld.
As of right now, we're still estimating that unfortunately approximately 81,000 people may no longer receive benefits for weeks after September 4th, when those temporary federal benefit programs end.
And unemployment ending, a lot of people are ready to come back.
Calvin Mayant is the co-owner of Top Burmese. He's hopeful this could improve hiring in the months to come.
All the restaurants open at the same time. You have a very small, labor pool.
He says it's tough to hire workers. Recent data from the Oregon Employment Department shows a record number of job vacancies, just under 100,000.
We typically see like 60 to 100 applications. This is pre-pandemic. Now actually you posted something, 6 to about 15 applications would be very high number.
He says the labor market is very tight and competitive. Many employers are now offering benefits or other perks as incentives.
You have to be a little bit more creative in terms of attracting the best talent.
For Mayant, that means competitive wages and investing in the safety of the staff.
We put robots in between the customers and the staff so to make them feel more safer, so that it gives them incentive to come back, right? And work for you in the middle of a pandemic.
Oregon's unemployment rate dropped to 5.3% in July, the 15th consecutive monthly decline for the state's unemployment rate. A promising trend for Mayant and others hoping to fill vacancies and uphold business.
The goal is actually to make the customers happy. They got the best value, best quality meal, right? At the same time, your employees are well compensated, and so I think it's a really great ecosystem to going around.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
Well, the United States has crossed another COVID threshold, hitting a record high number of COVID cases since the start of the pandemic. The U.S. has now recorded at least 40 million cases of COVID-19 and more than 651,000 deaths. Vaccination rates have been slowly increasing since July, but there's still a long way to go. And experts say this current wave of infections plaguing the U.S. could have been avoided with higher vaccination rates. At the same time, a lot of people have been trying to get outside during the holiday weekend, so we wanted to see how people are doing with the reimposed outdoor mask mandate in Oregon and then compare that to what's going on in Washington. Here's Tim Gordon.
It's the last big weekend of summer, and the living is easy on Northwest 23rd Avenue in Portland. With all the shops and restaurants, this place gets a lot of foot traffic. Businesses have the mask requirements posted for inside, but on the sidewalk.
Well, I think it's a little nebulous, say 6 feet away, but how can you stay 6 feet away sometimes?
Angela and Marlon Carlson are up from Corvallis. They understand Oregon has an outdoor mask mandate for crowded public places, but does sidewalk traffic fit the bill? Marlon thinks not.
I will put a mask on if I'm in a group of people that's stationary, same people. We will put a mask on, but if people are moving and it's outside, then I don't see a big need.
You could say Oregon's outdoor mask mandate is open to some interpretation. We haven't heard of any enforcement or fines anyway. So some don't wear masks outside, some have them handy, and others, like Jazzy Wynn, wear them all the time.
As a person and as a responsible citizen and just as a person who really cares, I've always worn a mask. So even if they change the mandate or say we do or don't have to wear masks, I'm likely going to do it because we don't know with this disease. It's really unpredictable.
We also visited Vancouver, where the waterfront is as busy as we've seen it in a while. Now, unlike Oregon, Washington State does not have an outdoor mask mandate, but health officials do highly recommend people wear masks in crowded outdoor settings. Here, there were fewer people wearing masks, but also a little more room to spread out. This group of young people had theirs on to be safe.
I think I'm still concerned, but as long as I'm wearing a mask and I'm vaccinated, I feel somewhat confident to be outside.
So is this birthday lunch?
It is, yeah, hopefully outside.
We also talked to these two women, mother and daughter, here for lunch. They're comfortable without masks in this outdoor setting, but say yes to them for bigger crowds for sure.
Concerts or anything like that, totally would wear a mask, yeah.
We're sensible about it.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
And they say another key to safety is something other than masks.
I agree with my mom. I just think more people need to be vaccinated, and it's so important.
I think that's the cure.
I think that's the key and the cure.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Well, it was a big weekend for college football fans for the first time in 22 months. It's crazy to think about. The University of Oregon allowed the public to attend a game in person, and fans were required to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test to enter Autzen Stadium. A lot of the people that we talked to say they weren't fazed by the new restrictions at all. In fact, a lot of people welcomed them.
Because I have health issues. And as much as I love the Ducks, I would hate to have to come here and worry about my health issues.
So this policy, I hope it works out and that there's nobody here spreading any COVID. Go get your vaccine and come here in 2 weeks.
I think we should all talk about how awesome those overalls are. At the same time, a pair of fans that we talked with came up from California for their very first Ducks game experience at Autzen, and they say they were just happy to see the team live and in person. Well, this week is the anniversary of major wildfires that burned in the area, and Mount Hood National Forest officials are giving an update on the fire recovery work that they've completed so far. They say the fires last year burned more than 112,000 acres, 112,000 of forest, and they damaged or destroyed recreation sites, roads, offices, storage buildings, and other infrastructure. For the past 12 months, here's some of the work, I should say, that has been completed. Hazardous trees have been removed. Road and recreation site warning signs have been installed. A new remote weather station was installed to monitor storms, fires, slides, and other emergencies. They've also ordered seedlings for reforestation, and 18 miles of trails were cleared of downed trees. Great to hear of that work. Rod Hill standing by now. Rod, what are you watching this morning?
Well, real quick, this is, as you mentioned, sadly the anniversary of that East Wind event that we had on Labor Day a year ago, and people have been chiming in on Facebook. Are there any signs of any bad winds coming? The answer is no. But on the flip side, as our climate here in the Northwest continues to warm, which it is warming, that extends the summer season to some degree and extends fire season later into maybe early fall to some degree. So that is of concern. But right now, no signs of any wind event that we have any concerns about. Thank goodness. Okay, air quality, back to the concern. Air quality is a concern. And the worst of it, and some of it's really bad, very healthy and even hazardous air quality reports have been cited down in southwestern Oregon up into Deschutes and Madras, Jefferson counties rather. So that's the worst of it right now. Air quality in Lynn and Marion County being reported as good, although you folks in your 2 counties are under that air quality alert today. All right, early temperatures. Otherwise, we're just nice and quiet this morning. 45 in Newport. We have some breaks in cloud cover at the coast. We have a mix of cloudiness over Portland right now. We're at 63 degrees to start your day. Winds are light. On this Labor Day at the beach today, sunshine or partly cloudy skies expected. And temperatures get up to 70 in some spots. Winds, especially down Lake City and Newport, expected to be somewhat breezy this afternoon. Some north winds bouncing to about 25 miles per hour. Down in the valley, hazy sunshine, Salem 86, McMinnville, Corvallis about the same. Winds will be fairly light today. And then less wildfire smoke and more just sunny skies once we get rid of a mix of morning cloudiness up in southwest Washington. Longview probably hits 80. Vancouver could get up to about 85 degrees, and I have 85 in the forecast for Portland as well. It has been weeks since we've hit 90, and we think we could do it for one day tomorrow and then cool back down to about 85 degrees on Wednesday. That's it, Maggie.
All right, Rod, thank you so much. Hey guys, coming up next, empowering women in STEM. How a local nonprofit is providing young girls with an outlet to find their passions in education. Plus, humanitarian groups nationwide are preparing to assist thousands of Afghan refugees who were evacuated by the United States. And our Verify team is looking into how they're being screened before entering the country. That's right after the break.